welcome back with another episode of Save the Maple Leafs. Year 1, we're in playoffs. We left off midway through the series. Sorry to leave you guys on a bit of a cliffhanger, but also not sorry. We came back. I actually subbed in and played the game, came back, traded a ton of goals, but we ended up winning. Did a pretty good job. Now, I honestly forget where Hyman was subbed out. I did so much moving around. We're just going to best lines this and then rework it, of course. Robertson was on the top line with them. Alright guys, we reworked our lines here. Hyman came back from injury and I forgot where I put him, so it took a little bit more work. We're ready for game 3. Here we are. It's an away game. Advantage Philly. Leafs are up 3-1 and take it 6-3. Hyman, a factor immediately. Oh, game 4, they're getting leveled. And can the Maple Leafs perhaps come back in the third period after allowing 5 goals? That's a tough one. 5-1. Philly takes it. Just trading haymakers in this series. Mitch Marner's up to 26 points in 16 games. That is a lot, and pretty soon we're going to start tracking for most points in a playoff series as an NHL record, because that's pretty high. He is 27 right now in 17 games. The record right now is 47 points by Wayne Gretzky. It's not yet. It would be top 50. It would be top 50 at least as of right now. But, so it's on the radar now. Marner put in another point. So he just moved himself up to top 47. He is in some good company there, I can assure you. Plenty of side story, taking our attention away from this close game, potentially elimination for the Toronto Maple Leafs. And there you have it. The end of round 2. Sorry, 3. That was the conference finals, and the Maple Leafs move on to the Stanley Cup final as our owner expected this year against the San Jose Sharks. I'm surprised they're turning it around that much. Now Mitch has 28 points in 18 games. The last time somebody did such a stint in that many games was Yari Curry with 28 points in 19 games. Mitch Marner has got that beat by 1 game played, and he has a whole nother series to get beyond him at 38th. Amazing. Maple Leafs are tied 2-2, and there it is. Mitch Marner at 29 points in 19 games, which was last done in 81 by Brian Trottier. I apologize. It was last done in 81 by Steve Payne. He also averaged that. Maple Leafs tied 2-2. It looks like it's going to go into overtime. This is tragic, and our first real sense of intensity, I would say, beginning the series against San Jose with an overtime game. Who's going to do it? Power play for the Leafs would not benefit them. And the Leafs would score. John Tavares from the top of the circle. That's game 1 of the Stanley Cup Finals. I wish I could say I was nervous, but I'm just not with this team. They're so dominant. I can't see a 48-win San Jose Sharks beating us. That would definitely surprise me. 2-1 win. Robertson and Muzzin. Sorry, win in a period. My goodness. And wow, they would actually come back and beat us. We didn't add another goal. Tied 1-1. Mitch, a non-factor in the first 2 games. That's kind of surprising. Game 3. Leafs up 3-1. 5-1. It's a rout. It's 8-3. Mitch finally gets a goal. That was actually his only point in the game at 20 minutes played. So he's definitely slowed down, but he did get compared to Patrick Kane early in his career. And back in 2009-10, when Patrick Kane was 21 years old, he put up 28 points in 22 games. Mitch doing something similar, but even better. Another game. The Stanley Cup playoffs were up 3-1. Mitch, another goal. 4-1. San Jose making a solid comeback, and we would win it in overtime. Curtis Lazar, the fourth line heroes. And now we push to Game 5, the elimination game, the first one of the series for the Toronto Maple Leafs. Let's have at it. 2-1 win. It's 6-2. Oh my goodness. We are going to sim to the final minute, watch it go down, see the Leafs take and hoist the Stanley Cup. I can't believe this route. San Jose is definitely still putting in a solid effort to come back. Tavares, more salt in the wound for them. And in the final minute, we will watch them play the last game.
Tavares wins the draw. Quick pass to Vlasic. Takes the feed in the middle of the ice. Nice
Parayko can also easily get beat outside because of his big body, which isn't great. But look at him jump up in the rush and then get caught. And he gets back. I do like that. Now, I'm a general manager in the box at this point. I'm not playing. Wow, almost a goal there. So I'm watching this team play and seeing how they would technically sim. Nothing done with the puck by Hyman there. He should be on a dump line, if I'm being honest. Hyman doesn't quite have the puck control skills to do a carry option. Terrible pass by Tavares. But at this point, they don't even really care. Because we have 12 seconds until we win the Stanley Cup. They just couldn't get one in for the life of them. And the Toronto Maple Leafs of 2021 have won the Stanley Cup. What a team.
Stanley Cup is set to be hoisted, and boy oh boy, just absolute pandemonium out on the ice.
Mitch Marner, no doubt. The Conn Smythe winner. Now, I don't know how they messed this up, but that's not what his point totals were. Well over 7 points.
Is always a little uneasy because it's such a team win, the Stanley Cup, of course, that the Conn Smythe feels a little awkward in this spot.
It's also huge.
It's a giant trophy.
And here he comes, the skate of a lifetime.
John Tavares.
I can't even imagine the emotion that's coursing through him right now. All this work, all those years, and it's going to be culminated.
Just ripping it out of Gary Bettman's hands. Who gets it next? Colton Parayko, a guy who's made a big difference in the back end.
I can't believe that there's a list. It's just like everybody knows where you're supposed to go.
Is it a mental one or is it actually written out?
Jason Spezza probably should have gotten it first after Tavares. This guy's had a long career. finally hoisting with the Toronto Maple Leafs here. I mean, if he doesn't retire, I will be shocked. Wow, huge game from Nylander, 5 assists, and Tavares scored 4 goals in the last game. My goodness. A hat trick, and you get to hoist the cup for the team. That's a special memory for sure. Mitch Marner, 32 points in 23 games. Wow. That joins Evgeny Kuznetsov in the last time 32 points were scored. 2017-2018, he had a great year. Mitch did it in one last game. Obviously, he was pacing something way better before the series against Philly, or against San Jose here, but it was a non-factor in the first 2 games, but still, I mean, 32 points is nothing to sneeze at. Matthews put up 13 goals. Tavares scored 4 of his 12 in the last game, giving him 28 points. Nylander added 6 points to his total. But, I mean, far and away, Marner was our best player. It's not even close. Only 5 of those were power play goals. Actually, 5 of his 12. That's quite a bit, actually. And 12 of his 32 points were on the power play. 17 points for a defenseman in Riley and Muzzin, and a close second, 13 and 17. That's pretty cool. Wow, our last line put up a surprising amount of points. There was not a lot of depth scoring going on. I mean, you got Lazar and Nason behind Riley. That's amazing. Our second and third line did not show up quite as often. I will be remembering that. Igor Korshkov, 5 points in 8 games. I think he ended up getting bounced out when Hyman came in, so he'll definitely be given a serious opportunity come training camp to play on the bottom line. But Nason and Lazar, those guys were free agent pickups this year, and I'm definitely happy to re-sign them. Arizona Coyotes win the draft lottery 7-1. 5-2 Ottawa. Finally, they get a little bit of luck. And 12-3 Florida, bumping back Detroit 1-4, Vancouver 2-5, and the Rangers 3-6. The Leafs are nowhere on this list as they won the Stanley Cup and didn't get any of their first-round picks this year. It looks like it's a really deep first round. Jesper Wallstead, high elite. See, I feel like I changed him to a medium franchise, but maybe that was after I had changed it, or I had started the Maple Leafs. Oh, well. And here we are picking around here. Zach Stringer, in real life, is supposed to go in like the top 10 potentially. I don't think he's that good in this game. So we have one interview that we want to do for sure. And then from the interview screen, we'll determine if we want to do anything else. Retired players. Spezza would not retire. He's going to come back. I don't know if he comes back to our team or not, but Gaborik retires, Zdeno Chara retires, Chris Kunitz. A lot of guys after year 2. Ron Hainsey, a former Maple Leaf. David Clarkson. Gunnarsson, a former Leaf. These retirements, a lot of coaches retire. I guess just to filter out bad coaches. I don't understand that. Dominic Moore and Gunnarsson will become scouts. Time to do some interviewing. And this is him, Christopher Menino. He's a left-handed defensive defenseman. And that is something we need in our depth charts. So, first thing I like to see is, skills. What are your strengths? This guy's telling me that his shot. And as a defensive defenseman, I like seeing that he has something other than his defensive game as his strength, because his defensive attributes will go up, but I want to see something else, like a shot. And he says that his head, okay, out on the ice, but I don't think it's a big deal. I'm sorry, man. I think that your head matters, but we will give you more time as an 18-year-old to figure out how to use your head out there. That just takes time. When do you think you'd be ready? A lot of learning and growing. I feel like I'm ready to enter the NHL anytime soon. So that looks like a 5-year guy that the game just kind of created and threw in here, but he won't be ready anytime soon. I'm not getting a sense that he's actually a very good gem at all. So I think we're going to take a pass on him. Markstrom, an A+ guy as center, again undersized. I'm not sure I want to keep getting too many undersized guys, but we do need defense. This is another gem. We'll see when he's available for the NHL. Not super worried about the rest, to be honest. Okay, it looks like he's a 4-year guy, which is better. And as a 17-year-old, 3 years. Okay, so looking to break into the NHL around 20 years old. I like that. That is definitely somebody that we can consider a gem for us, and a late round steal. And again, that's just good drafting, good personalization to players. 3-year readiness. Warren Mangon, Manjone. 6'5" defenseman, 209. I really should have checked out his strengths and weaknesses, but that's going to be a really nice pick. We can probably look at these guys. This is like top 9. Joachim Levo. Three-year player, similar to David Perron. UC Karanen, A+ potential, or sorry, A+ competition. Actually, let's take a look at our award winners for the season. Maple Leafs won the President's Trophy as well as the Stanley Cup and their conference trophy. Pretty awesome. Tyler Seguin wins the Art Ross Trophy. The Hart as well. Morgan Rielly did win the James Norris. Awesome. I love Morgan Rielly, so it's really great to see him win. Lafreniere did win the Calder with Calgary. They're a good enough team. He probably was on the top line with Monahan and Goudreau. Mitch Marner with the Conn Smythe again. And Vezina goes to Anderson, and like I thought, he also won the William M. Jennings Trophy. Bill Masterton to Gio. Livingston, the LA coach, wins the Jack Adams Award. Wow, Kopitar took the Selke, Ted Lindsay, Seguin, and the Rocket to Tarasenko. Seguin, that guy, obviously, it's usually the Ross winner that sweeps and gets like the Hart Trophy and all that stuff. I hope that they make that more diverse in NHL 21, because I understand, like, he'd be the most important player if he's the most important player in the hockey league. And, you know, if you score the most points, you're generally considered the best player in the NHL. But I hope that in the future they actually make more determinants rather than just points to determine who's the best player. Without further ado, let's do NHL Entry Draft 2021. Arizona going number 1. Aatu Räty. But we do need to move one of our defensemen, most likely, to open up some space for Anderson. It's going to be between Parayko and Muzzin. Now, he's going to play until he's 36. I got to think that's going to be Muzzin. He's also worth a little bit more. I apologize, Jake, but man, we can't afford you anymore. 2 first-round picks for Muzzin. I could see them being that desperate. Anaheim is sinking. Calgary's 14th overall pick, sending him to another division and another conference does make sense to me. But getting 2 firsts would be better value. So the going price seems to be 2 firsts. And with St. Louis Blues, I can get the 17th pick and another first for next year. Huh. St. Louis. I gotta think that they're just now desperate for... They gotta be desperate for some D. Falk. Dang, they are. Falk, Dunn, Borgman, Liljegren. Yeah, they're definitely desperate for a defenseman, so I could see them trading 2 firsts for Muzzin, especially since his value just went up. As how do you not think his value went up? Like 2 straight years with 30 points. Huge plus-minus guy. Just won a cup. That's the trade we're going to be going with, guys. 17th overall and a first next year. That is some great value, especially since I really believe we could grab high elite goaltending prospect Jesper Wallstedt at 17. I think he would still be available, and there he is. He should be. He is rated to go 20th overall, and there's just no one in his wheelhouse. I would be super shocked to see him still available, but nevertheless, he shall be, because we know how this works. And at 17th overall, the Toronto Maple Leafs select Jesper Wallstedt, high elite goaltender. I don't think these guys are... Actually, Mason McTavish will be ready for the NHL in 2 years, comparable to James Van Riemsdyk. Connor Lockhart, 2 years as well, but he's an undersized guy, and at center, I don't think we're looking for that. Yeah, I think I'm going to go with the centerman, Mason McTavish here, most likely. Center, 6'1", 202, a heavy guy, won't get moved off the puck too easily. He's got a couple more years with the Peterborough Petes, and then hopefully when Tavares is out of here, we got a guy like that. So Mason McTavish. Now we have pick number 41 for the Leafs as well. Now another center for depth, Francesco Archura, 6'1", so to potentially compete with McTavish for a spot down the road, creating some healthy competition. Or we have Calle Olausson, who could potentially be an AHL guy in the next couple of years rather than in the minors with Kingston. You know, same height, a little bit less weight on him, has some experience against men. I'm going to go with Calle Olausson and just kind of cross my fingers that he has very good potential. On to pick 62 in round 2 yet again. So 2 firsts and 2 seconds for the Toronto Maple Leafs. Not bad, right? We have Moises Pitt. Moises Pitt. Or, oh my goodness, Richard Caberlet. I mean, how do you not, right? No, I don't know. We have no information on him. I can't do it, but that would be amazing. And he's right-handed. Is that too good of an opportunity to pass up by Caberlet on the Leafs? Right-handed 6'3". He's a heavy guy. No points in 14 games. A plus competition. This is tough. I love the fact that his name is Caberlet. I would even give him number 15. -1. Okay, let's go on time on ice per game, okay? 13 in 14 games. Man, Joan had 13 in 22 games. What league? Liga? Extraliga. You know what? Let's go with Richard Caberlet. Huge gamble pick, but can't resist. Caberlet's son, potentially. I don't know if he's that old, but Caberlet's son, Maple Leafs prodigy, Richard, kind of makes sense as he gets a American name. I'm not sure if he stayed or went back to the Czech Republic, but that is hilarious nonetheless. Not very many good players left. Chicago? That's an interesting name. Wow. And then Hayden Fowler has ended up back in the draft. He must have gone unselected last year. That is actually hilarious. And we don't really have any other options here, so Gary Hunt, a right-wing prospect, probably going to pick him for our next pick, but we just went through. Our best option is this low franchise guest guy at Ivan Shishkinov, so we'll do that. And that guy was 125th overall. He was a left winger. On to pick 155. And again, this guy's probably an elite goaltender, but like I said, we're not doing that. Gustafson, it looks like I missed the opportunity to draft that other guy I was looking at. What happened to that? Let's just grab this A competition guy who ended up making it. D. Bartos. (186th overall in the 6th round. Volkov. Mikanov. Absolutely no idea when these guys are ready. Lou goes back through the draft. He was also unselected last year. Did I see a potential 2-year ready player? Liam Ross? Sure, whatever. And we kept all of our picks. Now let's just draft. for potential here. Low top 9. Potentially medium top 9. Mikko Kerman, sure. And he was a centerman. Now, a lot of potentials that we're unsure of, uncertain of, not concerned about those guys. Well, that's all for this one, guys. Thanks for watching this episode. It was really fun winning the cup with you guys and doing the draft and getting Jesper Wallstedt. If you like this video, please click the like button. If you want to subscribe to see more videos, hit that button as well. We'll catch you guys next time when we get back to work to save the Maple Leafs.